But Ghislaine Maxwell confirmed that to 60 Minutes that there are videotapes of Donald Trump with underage girls. And Jeffrey Epstein has a vast collection of sex tapes which he used to blackmail his celebrity friends. She confirmed what we already kind of knew. A, do we care? And B, are we just done with Trump?
Yeah. Damn. That's a good question. We should be done with Trump. But we know that the MAGA effect ain't going nowhere. So, in that sense, yeah, but if this is true, I mean, it needs to be talked about, man. Pedophilia is a big thing. Human sex trafficking is a huge thing. There's nothing to laugh about, nothing to joke about. If these people were doing that and there's evidence of it, it needs to be brought to the light. Especially you got people in positions of power, presidents, former presidents, Clinton possibly, Trump, a lot of other big figures. The guy from the British royal family. There's a lot of names that got brought up in this Epstein situation that was making trips to his little pedophilia island, little Lolita Island, or whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, in that sense, yeah, you got to speak on that, because mysteriously the way he died or went out, he's holding weight. He has some information, some dirt, some people, and that evidence is somewhere, and they looking for it. But like I said again, human sex trafficking is a big thing, man. Like that's a serious crime. You know, you got a lot of young kids. You got a lot of black kids that are going missing that does not get reported because they're black. They get sucked into these human trafficking rings. So I mean, this is big, man. This is big. It's unfortunate, but yeah.
Another unfortunate part to it, because you touched on the black girls and probably boys too that we don't talk about that end up disappearing and end
black
up in this scenario. Yeah, I mean, I think women were the first slaves. I think women have had the worst history in general, black or white. They're the first slave. They're the first people to be abused. They have, in their DNA is just trauma that, that's untreated, passed down from the beginning of time. And I don't want to come off like I'm falling under the pressure of Me Too or anything like that, because I think Me Too and anybody else, LGBTQTs, NYC, whatever they are, they turn into bullies. They see what happens when they get some power, and they turn into bullies too. And they just start we've seen false accusations happen. We've seen people lose their level of power because of false accusations. But in this case, these are not just false accusations, like you said. This is in real time that we get to go and prosecute these people who are still alive. And obviously, same thing with MAGA in a sense. Good thing you brought up MAGA, since Trump was I brought him up. There's a connection in the legal system with MAGA, throughout the legal system. The gentleman that they killed are one of their fellow MAGA affiliates that they murdered, beat him down with an American flag. Let's not forget it. And every person that I work with, that I speak to, that's still with MAGA, you sound dumb. You sound dumb. From the beginning, I said, if you rock with Trump, he's a New Yorker. I like him. I like Trump personally because he sounds like one of us. He sounds more like America than any other president ever has. Because as dumb as George Bush sounded, that ain't what we sound like. A New Yorker sounds like Trump. Forget about, I don't even know if he's really racist. I don't even know about any of that stuff. I just know that he loves power and he will do anything for it. And you saw that. We all were all witnesses to it. He allowed it to go down. And in the sense, she did also, because if you had that information on him, you should have put it out there. But the problem also is, boy, oh boy, if she put that information out there, you would also have to release information on the other candidate at the time, which was Hillary Clinton, because her husband is involved also, because he's on the plane too. And like you said,
that's what was I mean, that was what was said in this report. She said that she was a fan of Hillary, and if she gave that guy Rosen, who put out the report, who published the book, if she'd have gave him that information, she would have had to give them the information on the clip. Well, so I mean, yeah, man. So this is big, man. This is big, bro.
And what I was gonna say was just like the black, like we just pointed out, the black girls that don't make the news. And we'll touch on that topic next, also, because it is Genius that passed away several years ago. And black boys that don't get talked about because of African history in general doesn't get talked about. We don't know enough about it to tie into. I would imagine that sex trafficking was going on forever. The whole thing that we were kings in Africa. I don't know about all that. We could not have all possibly been kings, because I think there was sex trafficking going on over there.
It's definitely a caste system. There was definitely a lower class and a higher class. I mean, that's not. Yeah, I get it.
Everywhere. I think no matter what system we have in place, communist, socialist, democracy, whatever you want, monarchy, whatever you want to call it, you will always have a caste system, because we all want to be better than each other. Some way, somehow, you want to wear the gold chain, or stash the gold chain and let people and know, and you want to have some sort of confirmation that you are better than somebody else. That is a part of the human ego flaw. Cool. The reason why this is a big deal is because we know about it now in real time. It wasn't like in the times of JFK and Michael Jordan, who were able to hide. The media was helping them hide all these secrets because they had to guard it, and they wanted more access to whatever. Just like we talked about the GMs in basketball, same deal. You don't want to piss these people off because you're in the mix, and it's the caste system that takes place. So again, we're pointing to like the hypocrisy of humans. Like, do we really want to know all these people that were involved in this? What's gonna happen? Because when that list comes out, what's gonna happen? Do we finally add an age, a new age, a cap, an age limit? We already have an age limit. You got to be 33 or 35 years old to be president. Excuse me, if you're of the age to be able to collect Social Security or your pension, you should not be president or hold any office. You need to go work at a desk in the back somewhere and just writing up invoices or something like that. You should not be able to be president. And Trump is to be honest, he's like the strongest 70-year-old we ever seen up there. But he's too old. He's clearly out of his mind. Joe Biden is not fit to be president. That is insane. Hillary Clinton almost passed out. All this ties into each other because it's an old way of running things. I didn't want to like AOC,
yes,
but boy, oh boy, does she look better and better every month. She's younger. She knows. She just has all these ideas that, yes, I don't like the fact that she's attached to socialism. No, but she's young. That's the reason why JFK was so celebrated, because it was a new thing. He was the first Irish president, first Catholic president, and he was the youngest president. All of that matters. He was a radical dude because of it, because he was young. So all these old people who had this lineage coming all the way up, they have ties and they have favors that they got to return. AOC doesn't have any favors, apparently. So this is a big deal. And I don't know if we're done with Trump, like you said, because of the whole MAGA situation. But a part of me feels like he messed up so bad. The Republicans don't want to tie with him. They say, yo, all right, we won't impeach you because we still need your people to vote for us. But we damn sure don't want you to be president again. I think he did mess up that badly, to not just concede, to not actually do the Hulk Hogan reversal at Bash at the Beach and say, you know what, Black Lives Matter. He should have done that. If he was smart, he should have done that, and he could have done that because he has that wrestling like ability. But he's a moron. That's the part where you say, yo, damn, he's a moron. You're so ridiculous that no, you can't lead us. Everyone, I always say, everyone knows that person. You hang out with your coworkers, you get along, You have a really smart coworker, but you always say to yourself, yeah, you're really smart, but I would never want you to be the boss of me. Not because I'm jealous, but because you would burn this place to the ground. This ain't the bar. This ain't a hangout. This ain't none of that. We're not throwing money at a strip club. You do not know how to run this place. And we're gonna have no jobs after this. And that's what happened last year. The COVID situation, he made it even worse. It's bad. There's no coming back from this. And we've said it a bunch of times with Trump, but this time I think it's like, no, you need to go away. Or, and maybe we could bleep this out. We need, like I said, with Mitch McConnell and Ted Cruz, this idiot. Look what he did to Texas, man. Texas is fucked up right now.
Yeah.
I think we need
right now. And that's they wanted to keep their they wanted to have their own grid and operate on their own grid, which now is coming back to haunt them and bite them in the ass. And people are suffering and dying over this right now. It's crazy.
And meanwhile, you have the leader of the green. You have the leader of the alternative energy movement, Elon Musk, basing his Tesla company and I think SpaceX also, out of your state, and you chose to go the other way, the conservative route. Boy, once again, another old politician who gotta go. That is beyond fucked up. What's going on over there? And a bunch of these people gotta go.
All these motherfuckers, Democrat, Republican, all these politicians, it should be an age limit. I agree fully. Should be an age limit on how long or how old you can be to hold office. It's bullshit. But yo, this is America. You already know how that go.
And where we at right now, like, I just spoke to a dude right now. He's a good guy, but these MAGA guys are just like, yo, they stole the election, whatever. I'm like, bro, by the way, good morning. What are you talking about right now? What are we talking about right now? That's what we're on? Yo, go to work. Go back to your car.
That's MAGA. That is MAGA force for you, bro.
But here's the thing. Again, like you said, MAGA sounds like,
bro,
everybody.
Listen to me. Listen to me, bro. I don't give a fuck. If you're dumb enough, or you were dumb enough and still dumb enough to support that movement, all that shit is on you. I don't give a fuck. How'd you support this? Like, what made you think, oh, he's going to run this country like a business? We need that. He's not a politician. He fucked us. He fucked his businesses. Fuck Donald Trump, man.